Okay, let's turn though to what is going to be the headline that's going to dominate the weekend. Narendra Modi's government is preparing for an all-star mega bash to showcase achievements and high points of its two-year rule. An unimpressed opposition is questioning now the expenditure, claiming that there is nothing for the Modi Sarkar to celebrate, even as Amitabh Bachchan maintains he will be part of the event. Let's tell you, as Brajesh Pandey does, exactly why the second-year bash is now becoming so controversial.
Modi government's big bash at iconic India Gate. A 5-hour-long talkathon titled Nai Subah or a Fresh Dawn. Celebrating 2 years in power. A bevy of Bollywood personalities will join Prime Minister Modi and NDA heavyweights. The mega event will be replicated in 6 other cities.
The program will be introduced, there will be probably young MPs there, they'll talk about their experiences, and then the various achievements of the government will be spoken of. Government has emphasized on a lot of social causes, so those social causes will be discussed. People who have been associated with those social causes will come and speak and give out their experiences. How much impact has those social causes have made, that would be spoken about.
The program, dwelling on the government's flagship schemes and major welfare initiatives, will be thrown open by first-time MPs. Ministers will join in with elite panels over elaborate discussions hosted by brand ambassadors. Megastar Amitabh Bachchan will host a segment on Beti Bachao and Vidya Balan will lead Swachh Bharat. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley will be the first to attend the talkathon after Amitabh Bachchan hosting the segment. He will be followed by Home Minister Rajnath Singh and later Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar. Modi will be on the dais sharp at 10 p.m. The 5-hour-long extravaganza will see participation from 15 to 20 ministers and will be interspersed with short cultural capsules. The event will be telecast live on national broadcaster Doordarshan.
This program to showcase achievement of Narendra Modi government in 2 years has already landed in controversy, with Congress criticizing the government for using Amitabh Bachchan to host the event. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has also alleged that the government has spent more than 1,000 crore rupees on publicity. The government remains unfazed and says if you want to know the cost, just file an RTI. With camera person Alok Das, Brajesh Pandey for India Today.
And I'm going to be raising all the big questions today. Is this wasteful expenditure? Is the government simply spending far too much on this event? Or is it an ideal opportunity for the government to showcase its achievements? Babul Supriyo, the Minister of State in the Government for Urban Development, will be joining me in a moment from Kolkata. RPN Singh, leader of the Congress and former MOS in the Ministry of Home Affairs, is with me. Ashutosh, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, the party which has been questioning this government on this issue, is joining me. Also Pavan Verma, Member of Parliament of the JDU, is with us. So lots of opponents, but Babul Supriyo says he is more than capable of handling the criticism. Let me turn to you, Pavan Verma, first. What is wrong if a government wants to showcase its achievements? Why has there been this criticism that this is a jamboree? I mean, every political party virtually in this country, when it completes 1 year or 2 years, has full-page ads in all the newspapers. Even the left front had yesterday full-page ads of the swearing-in of Pinarayi Vijayan. What's wrong if the government decides to celebrate and take the nation into confidence?
No, I don't believe it's wrong if a government makes the attempt to project its achievements. One can question the scale or the gargantuanism, the gigantism, the spectacularism of the event. And I believe what is being planned is in inverse proportion to what has been achieved. In a sense, it's a way to cover up the failures by over-projecting inadequately delivered achievements. So it's a PR exercise which is going on, and it's in typical Narendra Modi style, because there are no half measures in terms of the event management syndrome. If you were to look at the actual achievements, I can go through them to say how much there has been a gulf between what was promised and what was delivered.
You know, we will come to those actual achievements. You've used a word event manager. It's a word which Narendra Modi in the past has been targeted for. But let's be clear, Ashutosh, your party, when Arvind Kejriwal completed 1 year in Delhi, there was also a mega event. The fact is you have a 520 crore advertisement budget. You also put full page ads, not just in Delhi newspapers, but even in papers in the south where you have no presence. Every party, every individual, every leader today is becoming a bit of an event manager. Why should you only criticize Narendra Modi and say he is responsible for extravagant expenditure?
No, we have no questions. If Narendra Modi wants to spend 10,000 crores on the PR itself, we have no objection with that. The only thing is that the BJP has been attacking Aam Aadmi Party and saying Aam Aadmi Party has spent 526 crore. The fact was Aam Aadmi Party spent only 110 or 112 crores on these. So we are a poor party. We have no comparison with Modi's Jamburi. Second point is, and that is more important, that if there is an achievement, only then they should showcase something. And I'll just give two small examples, and those are the fundamentals of Indian economy, and which speaks a volume about the way development is happening in this country under Narendra Modi. One, and it has been reported by the newspapers, very prestigious newspaper, and headline says annual core sector growth at decade low. Means in the last 10 years the annual growth in the core sector has been lowest. That is one figure. Second figure is that employment, if you see the employment in the last 6 years has been lowest. So if there is no growth in job, there is no growth in the annual core sector, then where is the development?
No, we are
and the foreign policy of this
Ashutosh, we will come to the specifics. I asked you a question very clearly. When your government celebrates 1 year in power, you have a mega celebration. At that time, nobody said wasteful expenditure. You have a 520 crore advertisement budget. If a state government of the size of Delhi has a 520 crore advertisement budget, what is to stop the Prime Minister from hosting a mega event? Why this constant carping of any event which is held by the Prime Minister, saying that it is wasteful, it is event management?
No, Rajdeep, I very clearly stated in my first statement. The first statement was what? What right BJP had got to attack Aam Aadmi Party when we came out with the advertisement? That's a fundamental, simple question. Any government which is working has every right to connect with the people and tell them this is what their achievements are. But the fact is, the kind of mega event, kind of money which has been spent, can you think that Aam Aadmi Party compare with Mr. Modi? Forget about not only Narendra Modi, the different state BJP government has been asked to come out with the mega advertisements, all the newspapers. If you put all together, then where the money goes? So I am only simply questioning that if Aam Aadmi Party is trying to spend a little bit, it is said it is the taxpayers' money and all that. When the BJP is spending, none of the why nobody is saying that it is public money, it's the taxpayers' money? Why are you spending it?
No, one minute.
It is a double standard of the BJP and the RSS.
So every party believes that they have a right to spend, in a sense, the taxpayers' money on mega advertisements. The BJP is doing it at the moment. RPN Singh, please respond also to the Congress party. Has the Congress party not celebrated in the past? You also had mega advertisement campaigns when you were in power. Just because they do it more effectively in a way, Mr. Narendra Modi has a skill to handle events. What's wrong with it? Can we for a moment? Okay, I'm going to try. Our line is cracking to RPN Singh. Babul Supriyo is supposed to join me in a moment. We're trying to go to Babul Supriyo, but Pawan Verma, respond to that. Give me the larger question here. The larger question is, the opposition seems to be carping about the 2-year anniversary celebration. How Mr. Modi actually celebrates his 2 years, surely that is a matter for Mr. Modi. If you believe that it is taxpayers' money which is being wasted, you will have to give evidence of it, without just simply saying that Mr. Modi is an event manager.
I think there is something over the top here, Rajdeep. There is a certain vulgarity in the sheer magnitude and scale of a celebration of 2 years of governance, which is not even midterm. And I do believe that when I use this word over the top, here is a situation where farmers are committing suicide every half an hour. Millions of the youth are looking to salvage the promise made for 2 crore jobs when only 43,000 jobs have been added in the manufacturing and export sector, the lowest record in 6 years. The middle class is asking why the prices of crude oil which have fallen have not been passed on to them, and why food inflation is again showing signs of rising. There is an economic drift. Many state governments are asking why this extra constitutional adventurism when you have such a brute majority at the center. Foreign policy blunders are on the tips of everybody's lips, you know, where people are asking what is the policy to Pakistan, what's happened with Nepal. So any government with a certain sense of balance would say, this is not a time to say that we are the best. We have made some promises. We've got 3 years more. We've achieved something. We are going to go ahead and do something, and retain a sense of mature balance in the euphoria and the sheer display of euphoria and the scale on which it is being displayed.
Let me take that to Babul Supriyo. You heard what Pawan Verma is saying, what Ashutosh is saying. They are saying that this entire extravaganza has become about saying I am the best or we are the best. Today even Amit Shah in a press conference almost seemed to suggest as if all the measures in the government have begun since 2015. How do you respond to this, Babul Supriyo?
Well, Pawanji is a very articulate person. Whatever he says, it is you know, as they say that perception is reality. There's a huge risk that what he says sounds like reality, but most of it is out there I mean, sorry sir, nothing personal, just wanted to play with the word. It's mostly in Pawan, in Hawa. Because I would say that I would ask him one pertinent question, that what are you expecting from a new government? I think that what you said about euphoria and over the top and everything else, don't you think that you should accept the people's mandate, and instead of making the opposition, you know, just follow the path of oppositionism, if there is a word like that, shouldn't you wait for some time and go for mathematics? Why don't we get into a data
Babul Supriyo, come on a
one-to-one data. I mean, would you
No, Babul Supriyo, answer the basic question. What is the need for such extravagance? What is the need for such extravagance at a time when there is agrarian distress, where we know that, you know, there are issues which perhaps you could deal with? Why do you need to hold a mega event at India Gate for 5 hours? Is government about event management?
No, see, the opposition has their own way of looking at it, but I think that it is important for the people of the country to know which are probably look at the full part of the glass. In India, whether it is development, whether it is issues, whether there are farmer suicides, yes, there is no questioning the fact that we do have the glass half full. But at times you just can't have the opposition go on and on and on with rhetoric without actually portraying some data. Can they actually defeat me in data if I come up with it? I invite Mr. Pawanji for a debate wherein I'm only going to speak data. I want him to counter that.
Okay.
You know, all this kind of why not? If the artists are no, how do you counter the fact that 5 crore people have actually given up gas subsidy? Do you know how much that have brought to the exchequer? Would you debate the fact that the coal production is the highest ever in 2015? Would you disagree with the fact that at a place where scams were costing the exchequer 1.86 lakh crores, we have actually brought in 3 lakh crores in coal? Can you deny the fact that 1.2 lakh crores in the spectrum Ghotala was something that was costing the exchequer, and now we have got about 1.2 crores in there from the spectrum thing? Can you deny the fact that the FDI has increased and has been the highest ever? Can you deny the fact that when now you are going to say the parameters have changed?
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
I'll
no, one
answer
minute.
that. And let me say one more thing. Can you deny the fact
No,
that
no,
our GDP
I
has
just
grown
want
from
to your
7.3 to
facts.
7.9 when even China went down from
Supriya ji,
6.6
you
to
asked me, I'll
6.3?
respond.
Okay.
I'm finished. Now you can respond. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
now I'm going to get Pawan Verma, just a minute. I'm going to get
I just
RP and
finished, yeah,
Singh.
go ahead.
No, 1 minute. I'm going to get RP and let's do it in a civilized manner. We don't want to have, it doesn't have to be a tutu meme. Let's get RP and Singh and then Pawan Verma to respond. Babul Supriyo says, RP and Singh, you want to attack the Narendra Modi government? Attack us on facts. Don't attack us on rhetoric. Don't say extravagance, event managers, use these words. Please show factually what is wrong.
Rajdeep. Give me a chance. I
Yes.
didn't get the chance earlier.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to bring back when the Prime Minister was sworn in. People asked Advani ji, what does he think? What does he think the qualities of Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji and Narendra Modi ji? He said Vajpayee ji was a great statesman and Modi ji is one of the greatest event managers. I didn't say it. That is what Advani ji said. But coming to the facts now, when 40% of this country is reeling under drought, what are we celebrating? The Prime Minister promised the youth of
We are again having problems with, unfortunately, with the line of RP and Singh. Pawan Verma, you take over, since presumably I believe you were the one who was originally targeted by Babul Supriyo.
No, I appreciate what Babul Supriyo ji said, and there's nothing personal, but only on facts, Rajdeep. Let's take it just sequentially, and I won't take more than a minute. Can you hear me, Rajdeep?
I can. Yes, I can.
Can you hear me, Rajdeep?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Firstly, let's take three promises. When this government came to power, it made the promise of 15 to 20 lakh rupees in every citizen's pocket. That was reneged upon. Then it made the very important promise of raising MSP to 50% of profit over costs. That it reneged on. Then it said it will create 2 crore jobs. We've already discussed how the performance is the lowest in 6 years. So that was a promise in breach. Then let's take some other facts. Exports have been falling for months on end, and today they are 13% down. In the first 8 months of 2015, investment was down by 30%. Profits of companies are down by 6%. Manufacturing production has gone down by 11.5%. And as far as the farming sector is concerned, Rajdeep, in 2015, it was 0.02% growth, the lowest that we have seen in an otherwise
that was also
sluggish
because of a year
agricultural
of a
sector.
deficient
No,
monsoon.
so
Let's be
these
clear.
facts-
We can, both sides
Okay.
are using facts to
So
suit
let me
them.
answer,
You
because he
spoke,
gave
for
the
example,
facts.
about investments. There are two views on investments that have come in also.
No. Let me respond.
Yeah,
Let me respond to that.
Yeah, can you
He has brought
please?
this up. See, you know what? The 15 lakh that you're talking about in terms of black money that is going to come into the citizens' pocket.
Yes.
Let me tell you something, sir. Do you think that extracting names from foreign banks, from tax havens, from people, from governments who are not unwilling to give away names in the manner where you just announce the names and put them under some kind of court legalities and stuff without knowing whether that money invested there, without an investigation on the money they have in their accounts, to put it simply. It is a process. Now, as we say that governance is a continuing process, this is a process that you yourself know has very, very strongly started. It takes some time. When a government promises that 15 lakh is going to be in your accounts, there are so many things that we say which the
So
fact
if it
is whether
takes
you have the
time, Babul
intention to
Supriyo,
bring.
1 minute.
The point
Babul
is that
Supriyo,
the
if it
amount
takes
of Indian
time,
money that is
if
stacked-
it takes
Yeah.
time, why do you need such a
How
large
can I give you a
celebration at
time
the end
limit
of
on that?
2
Now-
years?
now he says
No,
that-
why do you need this large celebration? If it takes time, you are absolutely right.
listen.
Nothing can change overnight. But if you tell India that in 2015 the world has changed, that everything that we have done, I came back, that we are the best, and everything was terrible before, then people will say, they will throw these figures about jobs, about agrarian distress, about investments, about manufacturing.
Razib, like Rome was not built in a day, India's systems or infrastructures was not spoiled in one decade. It took time. So trust me, in the federal structure, to change things and put things into place, trust me, even if you want to appoint people for your own office, you know, it's going to take, to have a kitchen functional in a normal home, we all know it takes 3 to 4 months. I'm just giving you a couple of records. You know, can they deny that the FDI has gone up drastically? I can't see this thing. I don't want to just speak it out from, these are all facts. Now, why wouldn't a government which is being attacked by the opposition from all sides with untrue facts? We really do not know what the allegations of Rahul Gandhi are. We just know that he comes up with this one phrase, "Soot boot ki sarkar." We really, with Narendra Modi ji's policy, we have the farmers' insurance with the lowest amount of premium. Why aren't they talking about that? Now, for these things, you want to lose weight. First, you think in the mind, you make a lifestyle change, you think about your diet, exercise, and the results show after 6 months. Right?
Can I for a moment, because we are having a trouble with your image.
Isn't Mr. Pawan Sharma aware of the economic turmoil?
Yeah, just a minute. You know, let me take this to Pawan Verma and to Ashutosh.
One minute. Don't you think that India remains quite unaffected? Yeah.
Now, let me take this to Pawan Verma and to Ashutosh. Let's be clear. The Prime Minister can claim, Ashutosh, with some efficacy, that big ticket corruption has been reduced. The Prime Minister can perhaps claim today that he believes that policy paralysis has ended. He's announced a series of schemes. He can claim on the LPG subsidy issue. He can claim some element of success with programs like Swachh Bharat. Now, surely the Prime Minister in a democracy is therefore entitled, and Mr. Modi said, please judge me every year. Here is the Prime Minister saying, don't judge me every 5 years, judge me every year. What's wrong with that? I am not able to quite understand why is there the Aam Aadmi Party will perhaps want the same every year when you complete your term in Delhi. Why should the same rules not apply for Mr. Modi that apply for Mr. Kejriwal?
No. See, Rajdeep, the problem is not what Mr. Modi is saying. The problem is the delivery. Where is the delivery? And I just quoted two very significant figures. One, the annual growth is lowest in the last 10 years and employment growth lowest in the last 6 years. These are the two fundamentals of any economy. If there is no job growth, if there is no annual core sector growth, which is lowest in the last 10 years, then where is the growth? You can churn out all kinds of figure about the inflation,
there is a global,
all kinds of things.
Let's be clear, India is growing in comparison to other economies of the world, Ashutosh.
Rajdeep,
you know, it's very easy to target the government today.
Rajdeep, my point is that government of India should accept the fact that the petrol prices has been 20% of what it was. It started with $130 per barrel. Today it is hovering around something around 30, 32, 34. So if I fear if this has been $130 per barrel, you could have imagined the chaos in the economy and the development. The fact is, today, not only this, you see what Modi government has done in the last 2 years. You see your relationship with Nepal has gone completely bizarre. Pakistan is showing your eyes. So China has almost enveloped. You take the example in Sri Lanka. China is in Sri Lanka, in Pakistan, in Nepal. Where are we? The foreign policy is completely in shambles.
So you are saying
relationship with the opposition party has completely gone down.
Yes, but
so I'm saying, and you see the minorities are living in fear today. Minorities are living in fear today. A few days back, I was in Goa, and I can tell you how the minorities are living in this country. So
one minute.
Not just forget about economic development. No. Even the social development, social integration has completely gone haywire.
You know, all of you are targeting the government, which is why some would say Mr. Modi has every right to also use this occasion to project his side of the story. Babul Supriyo,
yes.
Is there a danger though? Is there a danger?
Absolutely.
No, 1 minute.
And
is there a danger?
Let me tell you one thing.
No, is there a danger? 1 minute.
Let me tell you one thing.
1 minute, Babul Supriyo, 1 minute. Is there a danger? Is there a danger of this becoming more like Modi shining?
What are they talking about?
Is this a danger though, Babul Supriyo, of like India shining becoming Modi shining? And somewhere the reality on the ground may be different from what you want to project tomorrow from India Gate.
No, but Rajdeep, what I've been countering them with is with data. I want them to once sit down with some data in their hand. What they see the topics they're bringing up. That same 15 lakhs that was supposed to go into the accounts. There is something in economics which is called the dominoes effect, the cause and effect thing. What you have done in 10 years is what is bound to happen in the first 2 years. We are trying to revive that. And can you deny the fact that given the economic slowdown in the entire world, India was supposed to face a brunt of that. We have faced it in some quarters, but in many ways we have been able to, kind of slow it down in India, that economic downfall. Can you deny the fact that how many kilometers of roadways you built during your tenure and how much we have built? Can you deny how much rail tracks have been laid on a single day and how much you did and how much? It's almost an increase of 50%, if not more. Let me bring about. Let's have the data. You bring topic to topic. I'm going to debate you topic to topic. Just don't bring these words, event management and all of that. A government which is countering a government wherein you have a education minister writing an open letter that features in all newspapers for full page. You have to do something for people to know. And most of the artists are coming for free.
Most of the artists are coming for free.
I have no idea why you want to repeat yourself all the time without data in your hand.
Pawan Verma, the argument therefore is that let this country, in fact 2 years could be a great way to have a public debate. Unfortunately, we will never have a Narendra Modi and a Rahul Gandhi doing a public debate in a presidential style. So we are left with each side. The opposition will make its criticisms on television shows like this, and the government will project itself at events of the kind that the Prime Minister has planned tomorrow. The point is, should this debate not be on data rather than on rhetoric? That's my final question to you, Pawan Verma.
Exactly.
I think it should be on data, and I think on data, my friend Babul Supriyo will realize that on some areas, no picture, Rajdeep, is black or white.
Please get him on the
phone.
phone.
I think that in 2 years, it's not that the government has not achieved anything, but let me say to you that on a balance sheet, in comparison with the extravagant promises made and the expectations raised, the actual delivery has been below par. And to what statistics you can give on the economic side, I want to add 3 things. I want to add the issue of social instability, which I believe is an unnecessary distraction to good governance. It's something the BJP needs to ponder about. The kind of social instability that has been unleashed.
That's one.
I want to flag. I want to flag 2 other things in one sentence, please only.
Yes.
Extra constitutional adventurism, which were totally unnecessary in Arunachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand.
Number 3.
And I want to say that foreign policy, where we had the highest hopes from the Modi government, has been a succession of blunders, which the nation is trying to understand after Pathankot. So I am trying to say that there is no harm for a government to project what it has achieved. But I believe the euphoria is both somewhat unnecessary, somewhat over the top and euphoric, and certainly not borne out by the achievements expected from the promises made.
Okay.
That's my point.
Let's then, given the fact that you have 2 such sharply polarized views, let's leave it.
Bringing some data.
Let's leave even the data argument. I can see the government has been making a lot of.
And it would help if the Prime Minister gave a press conference.
The government has been doing presentations. Yes, maybe the Prime Minister needs to do a press conference and take questions. Maybe the Prime Minister needs to do press conference and take questions.
Rajiv, one last point.
Maybe the Prime Minister needs to do a press conference and answer questions.
I think it's really in bad taste. I think it's one small thing. I think it's really in bad taste for Pawanji or I think Ashutosh ji to bring up what Advani ji said about Atal ji and Modi ji. I think this is the kind of the opposition that we really don't want this country. We have had it for enough. Let's have a government which has been given a huge mandate. Let them work in the parliament. Let the parliament function. Let us not only fight on TV debates. Let us get into the parliament, get it to function, and we can debate it on the house. Let the people of the country hear it, and let the bills that we want get passed. Why is the GST stopped for such a long time?
Why not?
Hasn't it hurt the country?
Why doesn't the Prime Minister have a full press? Babul Supriyo, why doesn't the Prime Minister have a press conference where he takes questions like Amit Shah took today? Why can't the Prime Minister do the same? Take questions from anyone and everyone.
Well, Well,
It's a
if you have
one-way
raised
delivery.
the issue, I would be more than happy to pass on the message,
Thank you.
And then we'll have to leave it to the Prime Minister to take his own call.
Okay.
But let me tell you one thing. If you have your opening batsman scoring the runs that you need to win a match, I don't think that the number one downs like Tendulkar or the Bradmans need to actually come into the field to play. I think we are doing our job of putting the data forth. So I don't think the Prime Minister needs to actually get down on the road to give the data. Pawanji, you know what I'm talking about.
I see.
He's the boss. I really don't think if the children are doing the job, why do you want the father to come in and speak?
That's the most.
If I can win my battle in the court, why do I want my father to come and represent me in the
Okay,
court?
let's leave it there. Let's leave it there.
I mean, defeat that.
No, sir,
If the son is winning in court, why do you want the dad there?
Okay, this will now get noisy and out of control. I appreciate all my guests joining us, and I apologize for RPN Singh, whose line we couldn't get to. My take, where do we stand? We live in the age of astute branding and marketing. The Narendra Modi government has every right to showcase its achievements at the end of 2 years. Placing a report card before the public is a good idea. However, the danger is that incessant publicity can also be counterproductive. The example of the Vajpayee government is before us. For Modi shining not to become India shining, promise must be matched by delivery.